Hi. Such a good thing to be able to experience life, meditation, and mindfulness. We utilize around 10% of our brain. Science postulates that dolphins use 20%. One major difference between the two is that in their progression through evolution, they have developed sonar and can determine shapes at a distance through the use of their capacity that they have built. It's like our radar that we have fashioned through our science and technology, but they do it internally and so have greater computing capability, neural connections, and such. I'm not an expert on these things. I'm just aware of it. When and where and how and why do we meditate and practice being mindful is that we in turn want to utilize what we have. And we can seek to nurture and grow and to improve ourselves and maybe to even gain a little bit more. Maybe just a greater insight of what we do have, what we do possess. To me, this is the purpose of meditation and mindfulness. To be more. To become. Easily enough, we can begin this process by finding a comfortable posture. And in asking this question, we question to ourselves of what does that mean to us? Are we sitting on a tack or on a rock? Or are we sitting on a comfortable pillow? These are basic kind of factors that are determined in an analysis. Do we have our clothes on? Or are we naked? Is there a breeze in the room, or is it cool? Is it warm? Is it hot? All of these different things that we take for granted that are the characteristics of our environment, but nonetheless, it brings us into a sense of the present with ourselves. So this is be here now is often repeated as an important aspect of being a meditator or being mindful. So being present, being here now, this is the same definition. So being present with oneself. And what does this mean in itself? And being undisturbed, of course, so that you can focus and concentrate on this. If you're dissipating your energy in 10 different directions, then, it's not going to be so easy to do a good job on all of them. Certainly not using 10% of your mind. We have enough problems, right? We multitask, but still, we need to focus and concentrate. So, again, finding a comfortable posture. So we're bringing a question to our minds, and we are scanning our physicality for an answer. When someone then adds on to this an idea that you get comfortable with following your breathing, your respiration, elicit a pattern of the way that you breathe, as suggested to become more friendly with your breathing pattern, to be your breath's best friend even. And these are important statements that are being made that one should seriously consider to investigate what that means. Again, similarly, even in another context as another way of multitasking, because we want to change from multitasking on a egotistical, cultural, familial, spiritual backgrounds into a more solidified foundation, one that's much older. And so breathing is a part of this direction, because breathing is somewhere around 500 million years old. Taking this and adding to it one's pulsing heart, beating, pushing blood through one's vascular system is another equally as old process of the human organism. These work together, sustain and create life, not just by themselves, but are major factors or constituents in this life-giving properties of the human organism that we are. This is a great deal that has already been discussed. extremely important that one comes to grips with these concepts, because this is whom you are. And it is not always easy. Sometimes we have a reluctance to really want to know that we're alive as a fragile human being, as a Homo sapien. We tend to ignore our processes and the function of life itself. So you may innocently shy away from knowing your own vibration, knowing your own breath. You might be fearful of it, afraid, but you need not be, because it is your friend. And it is certainly much more you than you think of yourself as being you. Because how long have you been here? Have you been born in the last 100 years? If the answer to that question is yes, then you know that your lifespan has been very short. 100 years, when you are comparing it to 1,000,000,000 years of evolution, doesn't account for very much. So it's good to have a sense of humility in evaluating whom you find that you actually are. And the same token, in your witnessing of this miracle of creation, because that's what this is, that you find a sense of appreciation emanating from your being, remembering that words are expressions, syllables, vowels, consonants, language, and they are merely representations of an interest in conversation, in communication, of evoking deeper spiritual responses. And so too, in listening to the words as you hear them, is to take them and allow them to soak into your being, not just into your ears and to your two cerebrums, but throughout your whole being, into your heart, into your spirit, allowing the words to penetrate throughout your being. And you can follow it by becoming familiar with the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe, by following the pulsing of your heart as it carries on with the cadence of circulation. And as life itself continues its journey through time, of being aware moment by moment of the present, of now. This is a foundation that you can find, being here now, in this moment, with me, with yourself, us, all of us together, realizing that each of our journeys is entwined with everyone else's, that everything upon this world is some sort of a layering of energy, and as such is energized, is constantly, consistently vibrating within the context of the electromagnetic spectrum. It is what it is. Everything else above and below is conjecture, is a creation, is an adaptation, evolution. It's a lot. It's 14 plus billion years of energy transforming. So you see these things. Sometimes you hear someone say, or you read, that we are made of stardust. And this is the truth. What else would you think you are made of, if not stardust? Think about that. There's nothing else that there could be other than this. Remembering this. Remembering that you only are using 10% of your capacity. Something to think about. Self-affirmation. Look for more. Seeking to improve one's virtuosity. Seeking more. seeking to know yourself better. Practice all day, again and again and again. Finding a comfortable posture, undisturbed. Don't allow your mind to be the factor of disturbance. Know that you need remember. Create in a moment or 2 or 3 moments a sense of allowing yourself to be. It is all one needs. You don't need an hour to find God. God is always within you. It is just a push of a button, figuratively, in your own being to be here now. I've seen all good people now. Every day. I've seen all good people now. In every way. Remembering. It is up to you and I to do our best and to keep practicing. Spread the word. We need to do better. Look around. You see what you see. I know that you are most likely dissatisfied like I am. We have our work cut out for us. Begin. Every new moment, 86,400 times every day, a new moment begins. Where are you? Where am I? Beginning again. If we can do so with virtuosity, wisdom, maturity, patience, kindness, reflection, compassion, perspective, empathy, how much better off will we all be? I'll talk to you in a while.